Like the,
Yeah,
okay.
because it'll be able to start emails with some.
Thank you. My mom told me to do this, okay?
Any stamps here today, young lady?
No, thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.
Okay.
How you doing?
Some question, it can't be a signature on a PO box.
Sure, Kim.
Oh, really?
Do you still want to mail priority or you just want to mail with the signature? You want to mail priority or signature because you tell you regular with the signature because you read all of it.
Just as long as it's packaged.
The tracker, but you know they make you see correct. You know it was. Okay, I don't need receipt, so.
So are you recording?
Which one is that?
Yes.
You can't record inside of the post office.
Really?
Really?
Since when? Since when?
Ever?
Well, I mean, I just read your rules and regulations from the post office. It says for news and advertisement purposes, I'm allowed to be here. Why would she tell me that?
I also get a book of Scooby-Doo stamps.
Yeah, I had my hair done yet.
You look great, ma'am. But is she the supervisor? Because she shouldn't be telling people. We have freedom of the press in the United States. She shouldn't be telling people that you're not allowed to film in a federal building because this federal building is publicly funded. It says, yes.
Are you a Ready Post representative?
I'm sorry?
Can you step outside, please?
Okay, I'll talk to you.
You need to stop recording, please.
Why?
We cannot record in the U.S. Postal Service.
Is that, since when, ma'am? Can you please guide me to your poster 7?
Your what?
Poster 7, rules and regulations
Do
from...
you have ID?
Why do I need an
Are you
ID?
a postal representative? Yes or no?
I don't have to answer any questions.
Go ahead. Are you a postal?
Where's your...
Are you a postal... sir, I'm the station manager.
I
Are
understand.
you a postal representative?
We have freedom of the press.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't.
Ma'am,
You can
ma'am,
leave.
I'm gonna
Sir.
call the police and we're gonna verify this. And you're making a wrong decision.
Go right
I'm gonna
ahead.
speak to your postmaster.
Please do. What is your name? Do you have ID on you?
Why do you need my ID?
You're not to record in the post office.
Ma'am, where's your poster 7? There should be a poster 7 right here with the rules for the public. The rules for the public. Please look. Please look for the. Where's the rules?
Call the police.
Why would you
Thank
call the
Call the
police?
police, please. Call the police.
Why-
Emergency 911.
911? For taking pictures for news and
I
advertising.
have already notified you, sir, that you're not allowed to take pictures in the postal
Ma'am.
service. Are you a postal representative?
I don't even know what that is.
Do you represent the post office?
I represent the public.
So you're not a postal employee. You're not a representative.
Ma'am, you're making a wrong decision.
Well, you are, sir. So I'm going to ask you to leave,
Ma'am,
or I'm
we're
going to
gonna
have somebody escort you out.
we're gonna speak to police.
Yeah, we are.
We're gonna
So
speak
please
to.
leave.
No, we're gonna speak to police. Why? Where's the rules and regulations poster 7 for the public? You should have one out here. You're making the wrong decision.
Why are you asking for a poster 7?
Because that's the rules how the people are supposed to behave. You guys have a rules.
Now you're disrupting the post office.
No, I'm not.
You are.
Ma'am, you.
Stop recording.
Ma'am, why would?
Let's
okay,
go outside.
let's go outside. Let's go
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
So people.
Stay outside until the police come, okay? Thank you very much.
No. I'll stay outside with you and and have a normal
Stop
conversation.
blocking the entrance.
I'm
please.
not.
Why-
I just
why
wanna
are
have
you
an-
here recording.
Because I'm working on a story for news and advertisement purposes.
That's not allowed here.
Yes, it is.
No, sir.
Look at the
No,
rules.
Sir. It's not debatable. It's not
Ma'am, it is.
It is not up for debate, sir.
It is.
No,
It
no,
is.
I'm sorry.
You're doing the wrong decision. What's your name?
What is your name? Do you have
I'm.
ID on you?
Are you a
I'm-
police officer? You're
I'm the-
speaking just
I-
like one.
I'm the station manager, sir.
Okay, but the
You're not
rules.
allowed to record
The
in the
rules
post-
of the post office say that we're allowed to
It's
film
not up,
here.
sir. It's not up for argument. It's not.
It
debatable.
is. It
No.
is, and
Sorry,
you're
sir,
and
no.
it is, and
Absolutely
you're gonna
not.
be embarrassed. You're gonna be embarrassed.
No, you are.
No, you are. You are. I'm gonna stay right here because I don't want to create a scene.
Yeah,
But,
okay.
but we're,
Just wait for the
I'm
police.
gonna,
When
yeah.
the police come, we'll talk. Okay.
All right, no problem. No problem. How you doing, officer? What's your name and badge number, please?
Officer Tucker. My badge number is 2242.
Thank
What's
you.
going on?
Thank you so much. Well, I'm working on a story about the post office. The rules and regulations from the post office, which is federal property, for the rules for the public state that for advertisement, for news and advertisement purposes, I'm allowed to work on a story in there. We have freedom of the press. It's a First Amendment protected activity. This is a federal government building. This is a publicly accessible lobby. I'm allowed to be in there. I was gonna make a transaction. I wasn't just recording. I was gonna record my interaction, record the service that I'm receiving from the post office. And they said that call 911. You're not allowed to do this. They won't show me the rules and regulations that they should have for the public on the way the public should behave at the post office. They don't have it on the wall. This is not my first time doing this. They should have the rules, the federal rules and regulations at the lobby, so people can know how they're supposed to behave at the post office. And she's calling the police. She's misinformed. I try to calmly, nicely explain to her that she's wrong, and she said, "No, how you doing, officer?
What's up?
How are you? I'm just recording this for my personal documentation of
Did he already inform you that you were also recording?
That's fine. That's good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, both
Well,
of us will be recording this interaction here.
Well, I'm explaining to the fine officer over here that they are telling me that I'm not allowed to record inside the federal building, when in fact I verified the rules and regulations from the federal post office, and that they should have on the wall so that people should know how to behave at the post office, which is pretty much common sense. Everyone knows that you have to conduct yourself in public.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to show me the poster that should be given to the public upon request. Not only that, but they should have one on the wall. It's called poster 7. That's exactly.
Okay, so the issue is just that you believe that based on the rules and regulations, you were entitled to record your interaction with
Of
them?
course, because my First Amendment right guarantees me the right of freedom of speech, freedom of the press. So I'm working on a story. I'm independent media.
Okay.
And
So
there's no reason for them to do this to me,
Okay.
They're actually wasting taxpayers' dollar right now by calling you guys over here.
Yes, sir. You have any credentials on you or anything?
I don't.
You have your ID on you?
I do, officer. I have my ID,
I
but
take a look at your ID?
but let me tell you something, officer.
Okay.
I'm a person that is bringing awareness on the Constitution.
Yeah.
You guys know that I have my Fourth Amendment right, correct?
Absolutely.
Unless I'm being suspected of committing a crime, unless I'm being detained, or unless I'm driving a motor vehicle, I'm entitled to my privacy. I wouldn't have a problem giving you my ID, but I just would like to exercise my constitutional rights.
Sure. Give us a chance to speak with who's the person that you spoke with in there?
Well, she wouldn't tell me her name.
Okay.
She was very upset that I was filming.
This lady right here, with the blonde hair.
Well,
ponytail?
she wasn't rude to me, but she was the first one that said, "Sir, you're not allowed to film here."
Okay.
And then the other lady came out, and she's like, "Oh, please step out." I stepped out because there was a lot of people there, and it was like very embarrassing. So I just stepped out, and I said I was gonna call you guys, but I was surprised when I called the police department. It gives me, am I supposed to call 911 right away or what?
So if you're wanting to reach a police officer, you can call our dispatcher and just request to speak with an officer.
Yeah, because I
wherever
couldn't
you're at.
it said, "Thank you for calling the Charleston Police Department," and
So
gave me
we
many
have
options,
our
but
department downtown, but we have like a dispatch center
Yep.
that for all of Charleston County
Okay.
that would be the best number to call if you need to have an officer come out
All right.
to talk with one. So and I can make sure you have that number.
No problem.
In the future if you need it.
no problem.
We'll try to get it sorted out.
Thank
Are
you.
Were you able to finish the business
No,
that you had in
no, I was the last one on the line.
there?
It's
What do you still need to do in there if you don't mind me asking?
I just want to buy a couple stamps, an envelope,
Okay.
and I just want to record my transaction with them. I'm working on a story. I don't have bad intentions.
Okay.
So I'll let you guys talk to her, and
Yeah,
we'll
sure.
we'll get, hopefully we get this figured out. All she has to do is pull out the rules and regulations from the post office,
Yeah.
and you guys are gonna see it's a federal building.
Right.
I think you guys don't even have jurisdiction in there.
So with it being federal law, that's not something that we would be overly familiar with. So we're going to talk with them and see if we can figure out exactly what
Cool.
is said
Cool,
and what the regulation is.
cool.
So the postmaster wants to come talk to you, real quick.
He wants me to come in there?
No,
Or he
she wants to come talk to him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So real quick,
Yes, sir.
so I know before I went in there, you started talking about your Fourth Amendment rights, and unless you're committing any kind of crime or anything,
Correct.
you don't have to provide any kind of documentation. But at this point, you are, okay?
Am I being detained?
So this is an investigative detention of sorts. So
Yeah.
like
But,
I'm not going to physically, hang on just a second, let me finish,
Sure.
okay? You're not going to be physically restrained or anything, okay? But I do need you to provide your identification to
Well-
me. So the issue now is that she's given me information that unless you are a member of the Postal Service, you're not allowed to report inside the post office, okay?
She's wrong, you know?
Okay, and that's
Did
fair.
she show you
That's
the rule?
fair.
Did she show you the rules and regulations from
She
the
did.
post office?
So,
Okay, so we
in
need.
addition to that, though, you're also going to be placed on trespass from this location
Why?
at her request.
Why?
So it's just,
We're practicing
just
a-
because of the
we're-
disturbance that you
Sir,
caused.
officer.
Okay. So I do need
Oh,
your
oh,
identification.
let me ask you something, officer, please. I would like to nicely.
That's fine. You
What
can
crime?
ask me, but
What crime
but
do you
while,
suspect?
While you're
You know, yeah.
While you're asking me, I need your ID.
But give me 1 second, please.
Okay.
I just want to ask you. Am I being detained under suspicion of what crime? No, under suspicion of. The only way you can request ID is if I'm being suspected of committing a crime.
Right, and so you are.
So what-
and that
what
crime?
crime?
Would be trespassing.
Trespassing a crime?
Yes,
That's
sir.
not a crime.
It is. It is.
No, trespassing
it's
is a-
punishable with both an arrest and a citation.
But I haven't been served a trespassing warning or
and-
anything.
and that's what this
Indeed,
process
I stepped out.
And that's what this process is, okay?
I
So,
s-
so at this time, I do need your ID, sir.
And if I don't, am I going? Do you mind if this officer listens to this as well? Because I think that if you're giving me a lawful order that says I'm gonna be like arrested if I don't provide so if I don't give you my ID, I will be placed under arrest. So do you want?
So
Are you?
like I said, trespassing is a crime.
Okay.
And they want to place you on trespass notice here. We're gonna put it in our system.
But I didn't do
so that-
anything wrong, sir.
So she's in charge of the business here, and she can place of the post office. Okay, as the postmaster, she can place whomever she wishes.
So does the postmaster don't want me to be here?
That's correct. That's why she has
Sir,
to step outside.
he's saying I have to provide his ID. I don't mind providing ID, but we agreed a moment ago. I mean, I'm not suspected of committing a crime. He says the crime is trespassing. I'm not trespassing. She said step out, and I did.
Yeah.
How is that considered trespassing?
So, I understand you still have to buy some stamps and stuff.
Yeah.
So, the station manager has said that you can buy your stamps, envelopes, whatever you need, whatever transaction you need, provided that you're not recording. I don't have jurisdiction over this regulation involving recording devices, okay?
No.
She doesn't have access to that regulation right now.
I do. I can show it to you.
Okay, well then let's do that.
All right.
Where's
All
that?
right. All right.